Hola a todos. Good morning, everyone from Spain, or Catalonia to be exact. Today is a special day. Muy importante. Today marks, first of all, my birthday. That's important also. But also, it's our first full week in Spain. So today we're going on a ride. We're gonna go up Els, one of the local climbs. So if you go to Girona, this is definitely one of the must-do climbs. Fairly gentle grade in terms of how climbs go, and super popular. So the first week's been, I think, pretty good. There was some culture shock. I think one of the things I'm getting used to is just being perpetually confused. Like I'm on the verge of understanding, but still a lot of confusion. How's your first week?
It's good, it's nice to be here. Also overwhelming. It's a lot to take in. A lot that's just different, very different from, and not even like the language part, good different.
So the last few times we've done this climb, we've actually gone up the dirt way from town and hopped on the pavement. This will be our first time riding it completely on the paved side, but then I think we'll descend the dirt. What's been your favorite thing so far? No pressure.
Favorite thing so far, probably just the walking. I'm really loving being in a place where everything is walking distance and not far walking distance, and there's like good wide sidewalks and stuff to walk on.
So I have to agree, walking is a big perk. Although we've lived fairly, I think, car light in Montana or Missoula, we've definitely become more reliant on it, partly because of winter, but also things are just so much further apart. So for example, I think our first full day, we walked to an art store, a grocery store, a knitting store, kitchen supply store, all the kind of needs within a pretty short radius. All right, so we're coming up to something pretty cool over here. Check it out. Sweet little cafe, middle of the climb. All right, so the weather, if you can't tell, is a balmy, what is 70 degrees or so? So pretty warm for this time of year. I think Missoula is in the 20s. I think one of our big hopes for moving is to regain some fitness, just because in Montana, like winters are harsh. I never really found the winter sports. I kind of just sat around and tried to make up videos all winter. So hopefully here, the riding season is going to be a little bit longer, or a lot longer. Get back into shape, do more bike reviews, all that good stuff. Are you ready to turn into a roadie?
I don't know that I need to turn into a roadie. I am ready to be passed by fewer of them.
Someone asked on the gram how the alt cycling scene is. You're looking at most of it. Although we did run into Taylor Finney the other day, who was rocking some alt bars. There's a little alt cycling. Maybe we can host like a jorts and camisa ride. Camiseta. Jorts y camiseta. Vamos!
I like it.
So far, the ride's been really nice. I think we've seen literally more cyclists than cars. Maybe like 2 cars?
That's about right.
Yeah. I mean, I think if road riding was like this in the States, I see myself getting into road riding. We've gotten in touch with a couple locals who've been super nice, telling us where to buy bike stuff, how to open up a bank account, who to talk to about, finding a longer term place to stay.
I don't know, I guess the biggest thing for me is like after many years of being hermits in Montana, it's just really nice to be in the middle of people, even if we're not always like interacting with people or anything. Just like last night, we just went and sat on a bench in a busy plaza. It's just so neat to see people out and about.
I think in the States we've been so used to, you get your task done and then you go home. And here, there's just a lot of time enjoying the outside, I don't know, communing with other folks. Nice change. All right, coming up to the top. Not too bad. Did not break any Strava KOMs, but it's okay. At the top here is a church that the artist Salvador Dali got married at. So it's kind of cool to have this as a local climb now. Should whip us into shape. You have a good first climb up L's?
I did.
Yeah.
I did. It was, it's a nice climb. It's not particularly steep at any point. And it's just a nice, mellow, beautiful, windy road.
From here, we're gonna descend the pavement a bit and then hop on some gravel and take that into town. Might be some shenanigans. We'll see.
Hopefully we don't get lost.
Alright, so that was the paved section. Totally not used to smooth pavement. What do you think?
It's fast and quiet.
It's a little unnerving because the lanes are fairly narrow and there aren't any guardrails, and I don't know. Usually most of the descending we've been doing in Montana has been like wide dirt roads, so this will take some adjustment. But speaking of dirt, are you ready to take the grabs?
I am ready for the grabs.
It wouldn't be a ride in the Cavadas without some double-digit grades. This is saying 15%. Okay, 17%. That makes sense. 18%, 19. Okay, it's officially steep. Another interesting thing that's different is the gummy bears. I think there's a factory towards Banyolas, and what's interesting about these ones is they're made with real gelatin, and they are like far less sweeter than the US ones. So I wouldn't say that they're savory, but they're more filling in a different way. They don't feel all tweaked out. What do you think? You like these ones better?
I love them.
Hold on. Goats. Hold up. Yeah. Hold up. What do you think of the goat?
Oh, the goats were so cute.
Yeah, it was funny. I went around the corner and I heard the bells. Next thing I saw was just a little flock of goats.
Flock of goats.
The flock? Herd.
Herd?
Yeah.
Herd of goats.
Yeah. Cabras.
Muy lindos. Lindas.
From here, a little more dirt, and then some cobbles, and then cathedrals, stuff like that, and then town.
Just medieval.
Medieval vibes. So we just wrapped up the ride, came out to about 17.5 miles and just under 2,000 feet of climbing, which is pretty good for a birthday ride, I think.
It's a pretty nice way to spend your birthday.
If you like this video, don't forget to subscribe. If you want to know more about the behind the scenes of our transition to Spain, consider joining us on Patreon. That's where we're going to have more of that information. And as always, everybody keep the supple side down.